Well, health experts are pleading with young Americans now to get vaccinated as this Delta variant spreads. The CDC director now saying that outbreaks are happening in parts of the country with low vaccination coverage, but communities that are fully vaccinated are faring pretty well.
There is a clear message that is coming through. This is becoming a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Meanwhile, Dr. Fauci is saying that so-called breakthrough infections won't contribute to COVID spread as much as unvaccinated infections. Dr. Lok Patel joining us now for more on this. So, Doctor, what do you think? The CDC director called this the pandemic of the unvaccinated. What do you make of these health experts' warnings? And is COVID-19 now functionally a preventable disease here in the U.S.?
Oh, to some degree. We've always had tools to kind of mitigate the spread. I mean, it's been preventable. It's just up to people out there who choose whether or not to actually adhere to that risk. And unfortunately right now, and it's sad to say this, that it absolutely is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. You know, we can look at LA County right now where almost every single, if not every single hospitalized COVID-19 patient is unvaccinated. And across the country, when I hear stories of young people who are hospitalized, if they chose not to get the vaccine, or if they were too young to get the vaccine, it's the adults around them who are indirectly responsible if they chose not to get vaccinated. I mean, it's harrowing, it's frustrating, and we only have ourselves to blame if we let outbreaks happen once again.
Well, now we've heard the news that tomorrow night Los Angeles County is reinstating its indoor mask mandate, even for people who are fully vaccinated. So could we see more restrictions come back, you think, as the Delta variant spreads?
We absolutely could, because of some far out thought, we thought that people would follow the honor code and wear a mask if they were not vaccinated. When people were refusing to wear masks, when there actually were mandates, and we're seeing fights in public places such as airplanes for people who don't want to wear masks. So why we thought unvaccinated individuals would go ahead and wear masks is beyond me. But now we're seeing a more contagious variant that's spreading all over the place. And if we want to actually get businesses reopened and keep them open, we know what to do. And it boggles my mind why those who pushed against restrictions are now indirectly the ones who are threatened to bring them back to us.
Meanwhile, we're seeing more breakthrough cases, though, in people who have been vaccinated. So what does Dr. Fauci mean when he says that those won't contribute to the spread of COVID as much as unvaccinated cases? Aren't all infections equal? It's a bit confusing.
It is a little confusing. And so I think what Dr. Fauci is meaning is, first of all, we have to be clear. It is absolutely possible for people who are vaccinated to get a breakthrough infection. The vaccines themselves were never touted to be 100% effective. We have ongoing studies to look to see how the durability is lasting, 6-7 months after initial vaccines. But also one thing is clear. If you're vaccinated and you get a breakthrough infection, you are much less likely to get a symptomatic illness. You're more likely to be asymptomatic. Now, if you're asymptomatic, you're also less likely to transmit it to somebody else. And so that's really important to understand. If you have 10 people who are vaccinated and they're all exposed to somebody with a Delta variant, the odds of that group all getting infected and symptomatic and coughing on other people is a lot less likely than a group of unvaccinated individuals. And so that's what Dr. Fauci was really getting at when we look at these communities across the country. You look at a lower vaccination rate, and you can see where the outbreaks are happening. They're in groups that choose not to get vaccinated.
Dr. Lok Patel, thank you. And please stick around, because we're going to see you again in just a little bit as we continue our discussion as sports season is just around the corner. Thanks, Doc.
I'm staying right here. Staying right here.
Okay, good.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.